shot in the arm, Crypto Daybook Americas. Your day-ahead look for November 10th, 2025. By Omkar Godbole. All times ET unless indicated otherwise. The cryptocurrency market received a threefold boost, nudging Bitcoin BTC $106,077.31 toward a key test of a former support-turned-resistance zone above $106,000. What happens afterward could set the tone for the next major leg in the cycle. Optimism was first sparked by a Truth Social post from President Donald Trump, who promised a $2,000 dividend to low-income Americans, funded by trade tariff revenues. The crypto crowd quickly decided the payout would be in the form of direct stimulus checks, a clear parallel to the 2021 COVID-era payments that helped propel unprecedented altcoin rallies. However, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent suggested that the dividend might be delivered through less direct and less potentially bullish measures, such as tax cuts. The second thrust was the U.S. Senate's decision to advance a measure likely to fund the government through January, ending a record-long shutdown that has kept crucial economic data tightly under wraps. Yet, as ING notes, the real test lies in whether Congress can keep up the momentum over the next 48 hours. Lastly, financial conditions have eased, with the key banking sector spread reversing the late October spike. Meanwhile, the dollar index's rally has stalled after hitting resistance at the August high of 100.25. Taken together, these catalysts could help Bitcoin move past the $106,000 to $107,000 resistance zone and revive demand for the 11 U.S.-listed spot ETFs, which have collectively experienced $2.8 billion in outflows over the past 4 weeks. On the other hand, a failure to penetrate the resistance zone could cement a bearish trend, opening doors for a deeper sell-off. In altcoins, most of the action is in XRP as 5 spot ETFs tied to the payments-focused token have appeared on the DTCC list, raising hopes for an imminent approval. Privacy coins continue to shine as well, with ZEC rising to $630 from Friday's drop to $500. In other news, acting CFTC Chair Caroline Pham said the agency is collaborating with registered exchanges to launch leveraged spot crypto products as early as next month. In traditional markets, futures tied to the S&P 500 are up 0.5%, signaling risk on. Stay alert. Read more. For analysis of today's activity in altcoins and derivatives, see Crypto Markets Today. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. Crypto Treasury Companies. Spot BTC ETFs. Spot ETH ETFs. Source: Farside Investors. Crypto NOV. 10. CBOE Global Markets. CBOE aims to debut CBOE continuous futures for BTC and ETH on CBOE Futures Exchange, CFE. November 10th. Square's Bitcoin payments offering becomes available to eligible US-based users. Macro nothing scheduled. Earnings. Estimates based on FactSet data, November 10. Bitdeer Technologies, BTDR, Premarket. November 10. CoreWeave, CRWV, Postmarket. November 10. Etoro Group, ETOR, Premarket, $0.55, November 10th. Exodus Movement, EXOD, Premarket. November 10. Fold Holdings, FLD, Postmarket. November 10. Gemini Space Station, Gemi, Postmarket. November 10. TerraWolf, Wolf, Premarket. November 10th. CBOE Global Markets, CBOE, aims to debut CBOE continuous futures for BTC and ETH on CBOE Futures Exchange, CFE. November 10th. Square's Bitcoin payments offering becomes available to eligible US-based users. Nothing scheduled. November 10th. Bitdeer Technologies, BTDR, Premarket. November 10. CoreWeave, CRWV, Postmarket. November 10. Etoro Group, ETOR, Premarket, $0.55, November 10th. Exodus Movement, EXOD, Premarket. November 10. Fold Holdings, FLD. Postmarket. November 10. Gemini Space Station, Gemi. Postmarket. November 10. TerraWolf, Wolf. Pre-market. Governance votes and calls. The ENS DAO is voting on various Term 6 funding requests. 110K USDC plus 15 ETH for public goods, 470K USDC for ecosystem, and 379K USDC for meta governance. Voting ends November 10. Unlocks NOV. 10 linear $0.01326 to unlock 18.44% of its circulating supply worth $32.56 million. Token launches NOV. 10. Canton Network, CC. To be listed on KuCoin. The ENS DAO is voting on various Term 6 funding requests. 110K USDC plus 15 ETH for public goods, 470K USDC for ecosystem, and 379K USDC for meta governance. Voting ends November 10th. November 10th linear $0.01326 to unlock 18.44% of its circulating supply, worth $32.56 million. November 10th. Canton Network, CC. To be listed on KuCoin. November 10th to 11th. FTT FinTech Festival, London. BTC is up 2.13% from 4 p.m. Eastern Time Friday at $106,078.75. 24 hours. Plus 4.13%. ETH is up 4% at $3,607.56. 24 hours. Plus 5.2%. CoinDesk 20 is up 4.1% at $3,499.07. 24 hours. Plus 6.44%. Ether CSR composite staking rate is down 12 BPS at 2.82%. BTC funding rate is at 0.0063%. 6.9467% annualized, on Binance. DXY is unchanged at 99.60. Gold futures are up 1.93% at $4. 0.87.00. Silver futures are up 3.47% at $49.81. Nikkei 225 closed up 1.26% at 50. 911.76. Hang Seng closed up 1.55% at 26. 649.06. FTSE is up 0.98% at 9,777.58. Eurostoxx 50 is up 1.7% at 5. 661.32. DJIA closed on Friday up 0.16% at 46. 987.10. S&P 500 closed up 0.13% at 6. 728.80. Nasdaq Composite closed down 0.21% at 23. 004.54. S&P/TSX Composite closed up 0.15% at 29. 912.19. S&P 40 Latin America closed up 1.13% at 3. 084.87. U.S. 10-year Treasury rate is up 3.7 BPS at 4.13%. E-mini S&P 500 futures are up 0.95% at 6. 817.75. E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures are up 1.47% at 25. 536.25. E-mini Dow Jones Industrial Average Index are up 0.42% at 47,285.00. BTC dominance 59.81%, minus 0.16%. Ether to Bitcoin ratio 0.03404, minus 0.56%. Hash rate 7-day moving average 1057 EH/S hash price. Spot $43.09. Total fees 2.29 BTC/$235. 870 CME futures open interest 137,690 BTC. BTC priced in gold 25.2 Oz. BTC versus gold market cap 7.1%. While BTC has rebounded somewhat, it has yet to top $107,250, the lower end of the weeks-long trading range that recently resolved bearishly. Should it succeed, the bearish outlook will be invalidated, opening doors for a jump to $110,000 and higher. Conversely, a bull failure would reinforce the range breakdown, potentially leading to a deeper sell-off below $100,000. Coinbase Global. Coin closed on Friday at $309.14, plus 4.72%, plus 3.25% at $319.20 in pre-market Circle Internet. CRCL closed at $103.14, plus 3.13%, plus 3.93% at $107.19. Galaxy Digital. GLXY closed at $31.56, plus 3.88%, plus 4.69% at $33.04. Bullish. BLSH closed at $45.08, plus 1.1%, plus 3.82% at $46.80. Mara Holdings. Mara closed at $15.87, minus 0.56%, plus 4.22% at $16.54. Riot Platforms. Riot closed at $17.01, minus 1.9%, plus 4.17% at $17.72. Core Scientific. CORZ closed at $20.19, minus 1.94%, plus 5.25% at $21.25. CleanSpark. CLSK closed at $15.57, plus 1.1%, plus 5.20% at $16.38. CoinShares. Valkyrie Bitcoin Miners ETF. WGMI closed at $55.09, minus 2.58%, plus 5.28% at $58. Exodus Movement. EXOD closed at $21.62, plus 0.79%. Strategy MSTR closed at $241.93, plus 1.99%, plus 2.81% at $248.72. Semler Scientific. SMLR closed at $27.60, plus 0.66%, plus 2.46% at $28.28. SharpLink Gaming. SBET closed at $11.96, plus 7.07%, plus 5.94% at $12.67. Upexi. UPXI closed at $3.31, minus 0.15%, plus 6.81% at $3.53. Light Strategy. LITS closed at $2.10, plus 14.13%. Daily net flow. Minus $558.40 million. Cumulative net flows. $59.94 billion. Total BTC holdings, 1.33 million. Daily net flow. Minus $46.60 million. Cumulative net flows. $13.88 billion. Total ETH holdings, 6.58 million. U.S. Senate advances bill to end federal shutdown. Reuters on Sunday. A 60-40 procedural vote set funding through January 30th and teed up a December vote to extend Affordable Care Act premium tax credits, pending House passage and the president's signature. Hold your horses, BTC bulls. Bessent says tariff dividend could be tax cuts. CoinDesk. President Trump's announcement of a $2,000 dividend sparked hopes for a cryptocurrency rally, but Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent later said the financial benefit might be given through tax cuts rather than direct checks. Bitcoin ETF outflows hit $1.2 billion even as Wall Street deepens its crypto bets. CoinDesk. Last week, investors also pulled $508 million from U.S.-listed spot Ether products while adding $137 million to Solana counterparts as funding stress eased and the dollar's rally paused. Is this the indicator that Bitcoin treasury companies have hit a bottom? CoinDesk. Jim Chanos, the famed short seller best known for anticipating Enron's collapse in 2001, said he closed his position on MSTR, marking the end of an 11-month short MSTR/long Bitcoin trade. Demand for secure crypto devices soars as hacks hit record. Financial Times. In the first half of 2025, crypto theft totaled $2.2 billion, with 23% hitting individuals' wallets, lifting sales of Ledger hardware wallets as the company prepares a capital raise.